Welcome to Drawfee, where we take dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Karina.
Hello, Drawfee. Well, hello, Drawfee. It's so nice to see you draw those Pokemon.
What the fuck is happening?
That was
hear
beautiful.
Hi,
What's happening?
it's me. It's David.
Oh my God, David's here.
Hi.
God, that explains it. Wow, I was worried.
I was scared.
Everything's coming
still going.
up, Drawfee. Sorry, I'll stop.
We got a little more.
I only have 5 more to go.
It's musicals.
The people love the theater, and the David loves the theater as well.
David is our editor, for anyone who doesn't know.
Oh yeah, we should probably.
Just an FYI.
David is our editor, but also a beautiful singer. We didn't know yet until just now.
Yeah, we've learned a valuable lesson today. We've received a grim reminder.
Today's suggestion comes to us from David that we do some musicals.
Yeah, what exactly are we doing, David?
You're going to be drawing posters for musicals that I presume you've never heard of.
That's a safe.
Yeah, probably a safe bet.
Yes. So I just picked, Hamilton and
I don't know what that is.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon,
Wicked.
Cats. Yeah,
Cats.
Literally anything I could have picked. You would not have heard of it.
There's this one really obscure one. Have you ever heard of Phantom of the Opera?
Oh.
No, what is that an opera or is it a musical? Because it's got opera in the name.
Dude, I don't know.
All of these questions and more will be answered on today's episode. David, thank you so much for taking a step out from behind the premiere and into the studio.
You're welcome.
David, I'm up first.
Okay,
And I want you to give me a musical that I can draw.
Jacob,
Yes.
your musical is Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson.
Oh, boy. Bloody Andrew Jackson.
That's right.
Like the historical figure.
Like the president.
I don't know exactly what he looks like other than just like a really old fuck.
He's
He's a pretty old fuck, but I got something to tell you about this musical.
Yeah.
This is the story of Andrew Jackson, but this is not your grandpa's Andrew Jackson.
okay.
This is an emo rock Andrew Jackson.
Oh, like Andrew Jackson Jihad?
Jacob, stop showing off with all your fancy
We get
music
it,
knowledge.
Jacob. You listen to music. You like bands.
You guys don't know Andrew Jackson Jihad?
I know who that is.
I'm aware.
Karina, don't sit over there and act like you don't know. I've seen you listen to
I wasn't
Frank
going to
Turner.
bring it up.
I've seen you listening to punk. Sorry, go ahead, David.
This is a version of Andrew Jackson's life in which he is essentially an emo rock star. And yeah, that's all I'm going to give you.
Is the show pro Andrew Jackson or
No.
like critical? Okay.
No, I don't think that you could make a modern musical that was pro Andrew Jackson.
Well, that's what. Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
We'll just get rid of this eye altogether. I think he's still old.
Yeah, he's old, but I mean, all of those emo kids from high school, they're gonna get old eventually.
Yeah, and one of them's probably named Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, those are pretty common
So you're
names.
saying that this is
statistically.
not about the president? That this is just
This
some
is just
guy
a real person.
It's just a real
who
person.
was somehow named after just a huge fan of the president and named their kid after.
They're just a
Stan.
fan of $20. They're just a fan of the concept of $20.
Yeah, how could you not
Who
be?
doesn't love a 20?
Love a 20.
Not as much as a hundy.
Not as much, not quite as much, but
Okay, we're gonna work
you
on
know,
his hair.
they come out the ATM, you get them.
Bold statements coming out from Nathan this episode.
It's great having
It turns out they come out the ATM and you get them.
It's great having David in the room while we record because I can just state directly to them which bits to cut.
Hey, David, don't cut that bit.
Let's do a clean take now.
Yeah, Nathan, can we get one more? They come out the ATM and you get them. Everyone else be quiet.
Okay, yeah, okay. You know, $20. You know, they come out the ATM and you get them.
Yes, yep, you sure do.
Yeah, so use that
do.
one.
Use that tape.
Use that. Mark that. You mark the timestamp on that. Look at this. Look at this old fuck.
He's
Got the gauges.
Yeah, he's got gauges.
Of course.
I was never a huge fan of the president Andrew Jackson, but I might vote for this guy.
This guy for sure.
I'd definitely vote for this guy.
This guy for sure.
This specific guy.
This is Beto O'Rourke.
Oh no.
The most punk rock candidates.
It looks like you've just drawn a bust right now. But that's just his deep V.
That's just his, yeah, that's his deep. He's got a very deep V. And he's got some collarbones showing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's strong old. You guys ever see people that are just like
Those
strong
things
old?
aren't mutually exclusive.
One of them strong olds.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those strong olds.
You ever walking down the street and you see one of them olds come up and you're like, oh shit, it's a strong old.
It's a strong
This
old.
is like the younger brother of Nathan's phobia supervillain.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those strong olds, and you're scared of them because they have the wisdom of old age but the strength of youth. And so it's like they can't be stopped.
It's like the plot of the movie Red.
They come out of the machine and you get them.
Starring John Malkovich.
Starring John Malkovich and
Dame Helen Mirren.
Dame Helen Mirren
Damn, Helen Mirren.
and that Rohan guy. The writer
The writer of Rohan.
Bones from Star Trek.
Striped shirts, right?
I don't watch films.
You only watch movies.
No cinema for me, please. I'll see a flick for sure.
Just love some popcorn
Yeah.
in my mouth while I'm chomping down some good old-fashioned movies.
Had to wait and see where it ended.
So is the actor who's playing this emo Andrew Jackson, is it a strong old, or is this a young
Sexy young.
a sexy young
Sexy
playing
young.
a strong
To
old?
give you some context, the guy who played this role in 2008 went on to play Patrick Bateman in American Psycho the musical.
Oh.
So it's that same physique.
Okay,
that
so-
was a movie I saw and was like, gosh, I hope they make a musical about this.
That's one of my favorite musicals ever.
I'm trying to draw a heart, but I'm kind of just getting like
Oh, here we go again, trying to draw hearts.
Well, you did a good one.
I don't know how it looks like.
I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how it looks like.
It has one thing coming out the bottom,
Oh,
but
it's got
like
one thing coming out the bottom.
I think.
It's got to pump the blood to all parts of the body.
This is an organ. I'll tell
But
you
it
that.
has like
yeah, he thought
it's kind of top heavy.
So he's
Oh, it's
holding
so strong.
He's holding this spleen and
He's got a sailor shirt on.
Yeah, he's got a sailor shirt on. I
He-
think his other arm's just kind of like.
he's taken out his own appendix.
Well, it's someone's. It's an organ of someone's.
Yeah.
I like how the little tubes are kind of suctiony looking.
Yeah. They have to be like squirting out like blood.
Oh, yeah, this
'cause
is
he's
fresh.
bloody.
And
Andrew
that's why
Jackson.
he's so bloody, is because of
Jihad. Yeah, so the blood is like all over. It's gotten like all over his shirt and
his
like
legacy
his
of
face.
bloody policies. But also, what people don't know is he just like walking around with
With organs.
It's very unhygienic.
spurting organs. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, if you don't like it, here's something for you. This is my middle finger.
Oh my God, so edgy.
This is my rudest finger, the rudest one I have.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'll show it right to you. It's got blood on it too.
Is he
bloody
pointing that
hand.
finger at his mom and dad or the Constitution?
It's the Constitution. Here it is.
Oh, you got the Constitution.
Yeah,
huh?
I got the Constitution for this one. It's
Just deep in the foreground.
it's rolled up over here. It's the Constitution. And then he's just got the little tight pants.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
really
Very top heavy.
really skin tight. Yeah. I remember seeing dudes like this at like Warped Tour. They'd be like in like the like post-hardcore bands, like huge jack dudes with like very tight pants, so it made them look like just all top. And they would swing around so mad and angry. This was supposed to be a poster, huh?
This is good.
This is poster.
It's not much of a poster.
It makes about as much sense as any other Broadway poster I've seen on the subway.
Well, maybe you just need to put the title there.
Oh, he's got a little-
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're gonna
I wanted
have
to
to
give
do
him like
some
I want to be rocking some like makeup.
do some penmanship on this episode. Gotta
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like one of these where it's like kind of in the background and
Yeah.
it's like, bloody, and you can't even like read it. You just have to like know what it is. It's like bloody. You can't. Yeah, this one's way
Bloody
over there.
blood.
Bloody blood.
Andrew.
His name.
Write the name.
Andrew with a U.
Andrew.
Oh.
And then it's like JXXXON.
Nice.
Oh
my goodness.
I think I've lost the thread somewhere.
No, this is pretty
Nah.
good.
But here he is.
Jacob, thank you.
Is this right?
This is more than right. This is amazing.
So I did it. I
Is-
made the musical.
This is a new poster.
You did it.
Is there an official poster we can look up, or
I mean, I don't really see the point to looking at it because I just did this
you
one.
did a
and
pretty
it's-
good job?
You got the new poster, but let's look at the classic poster.
Oh,
Ah.
History just
Oh,
got
I-
all sexy pants.
I remember seeing those.
It's the Bruce Springsteen. It's the Born in the
Yeah.
USA. The butt.
It is.
It's the butt jeans.
Well, that's fun. And you've seen this show?
I've listened to the album because the thing about theater is it's kind of ephemeral.
right.
So
Are you getting like hot and bothered?
so only one of these shows I've been able to see, but this is not one of them, unfortunately. This was from 2008, I believe.
Rough year to go see the cinema, the musical
To go to
cinema,
the musicals, yes.
The live cinema.
the live musical
As
cinema.
we call it.
Karina,
That's me.
how about you draw and I
well,
stop?
I'm coming.
Karina,
Yes.
are you ready for a musical?
Yes.
Your musical is an off-Broadway show
Oh boy.
called Ride the Cyclone.
Okay.
Do it.
At Coney Island.
So I'm going to tell you about this show. This is from the Wikipedia. Members of the St. Cassian High School Chamber Choir in Saskatchewan, these are teenagers, all die on a roller coaster, the Cyclone.
Nice.
And in purgatory, they're given the chance by a mechanical fortune-telling machine to tell the story of their lives, with one of them being given the chance to come back to life.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn though.
Sounds like a lot of difficult things to draw.
So it's basically a bunch of kids dying on a roller coaster who are all teenagers at a Catholic school, and they're all weird.
So we need
Great.
some weird sad
Okay.
dead teens.
And they have
Weird,
to,
sad, dead teens.
and only one gets to come back to life.
Fortune teller.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
Get all that.
Oh
Do all
boy.
that. And make it into a poster. Design it.
You do whatever
Oh,
you
God.
want, though.
Oh, God.
That's the
No,
synopsis.
do what I said.
Do what Jacob said.
This is Drawfee's new show called Do What Jacob Says.
Great.
Karina loves to come on the program and to do drawings with us.
You
It's
love to
one of
draw
her favorite things.
Structures.
I'm sorry, Karina.
It's okay. I've been doing so much perspective the last few days. What's a little bit more? Am I right? Am I right, lads? I'm starting with the fortune teller because that's a good starting point.
That's a great starting
that's a
point.
wonderful starting point.
That's a key element in the synopsis that David gave us.
It
Yeah.
is. It's the fortune teller was upset because the switch on the back of it was flipped off of fortune telling mode and flipped onto family fun mode. So the fortune teller could not warn the students not to get on the Cyclone.
Oh, the fortune teller knew.
But it's guilty. It feels guilty that it wasn't able to tell them.
But it
Oh.
also
Oh, it has
exists in
feelings.
the I almost said Portugal.
What?
I was trying to say purgatory.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
two. That's two completely different locations.
Wow, not even close. You know when you're not in heaven or hell and you get stuck
You're
in
just
Portugal?
in Portugal.
It's a long layover. It feels like purgatory to just be like just trying to go to the Antarctica.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
stuck here.
Stuck in Portugal.
Stuck in Portugal once again.
If what you wanted was Antarctica, yeah, I bet Portugal does feel like purgatory.
What is that one from Big the Movie?
Karnak is the name of the one in the musical. I don't know what it was
I don't
called
know
in
what they
Big.
look
I think it was
like.
called the same thing. I like that you specified Big the movie.
As opposed to Big the Cat.
Yeah, I was going to say, so we know it's not Big the Cat from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that would be weird. It would be weird to say that.
Or Big the Musical.
Or Big the Musical, which I didn't know existed,
Which
but
was,
I guess.
Yes, which was a musical by John Weidman, who worked with Stephen Sondheim on his America trilogy, which includes Pacific Overtures, Assassins, and Roadshow, which is coming to City Center this summer.
David, you know so much about musical theater.
Yes.
I knew that you did already, but now that I'm hearing it, It's a lot that you know. That's all I have to say about it, because I don't know anything.
It's all very helpful knowledge in my day-to-day life to walk around with.
Well, that's like my, anime knowledge or video game knowledge. It all falls in the same category of useless shit. Karina, are those his feet?
Huh?
Are those his legs? Is he
No,
just
he's
jammed
doing
in there?
He's doing a little shrug. He's feeling kind of sheepish because he wasn't able to stop this musical from happening.
I thought for a second
He wasn't able to stop the musical.
Right. Well, because if the kids didn't die, the musical wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it
They would just go
immediately.
They would just go home. It's that thing where every 100th performance of this, the kids don't die, and then the musical ends early.
This is a roller coaster.
Sure is. It looks more like a Hot Wheels track. These 4 teens died on a Hot Wheels track.
So when you're watching this this musical, is there a clear favorite of one of the kids that you as the audience member are supposed to want to be the one that lives?
I think that one of the best things about the show is that you want all of them to live.
Oh.
And they're all like, they start out kind of annoying, and then as they sort of sing about their lives,
they get more annoying.
They're not singing about as they were, but as they dreamed that they could be. And so it's all about the lost potential that they have and their inner lives.
That sounds great.
Did you see this show?
I did. This is the one that I saw, and I thought it would be cool to shout it out because it's not a huge show. It's still, I think it's still playing in like regionally in different cities, but like I really liked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shout outs.
Yeah. This is a solid shout out.
That's a solid shout out.
Yeah.
I've got this weird thing with musicals where there was one too many times in college where people in my dorm were blasting musical soundtracks to musicals that I didn't know. And it's like
the worst.
It's infuriating, and it makes you so angry. And then every time I've gone to a musical to see it, I'm like, this is the most beautiful experience I've ever had. And I'm like moved. And then whenever I hear a musical soundtrack out of context, I'm enraged. Those are like the only two.
The two ways. There's no
ground.
Neutral
Jacob,
way
you
to
have such
experience.
interesting takes on things.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to listen to Avenue Q soundtrack 40 times in a row without the context of the show itself, I might be annoyed by that.
How did you know that was actually the one I had to listen to?
I lived in the same period of time you lived in, and that's what everyone plays over.
That's what it was.
Was it
that
really?
was one of the ones. Yeah, that was one of the ones that was played over and over again by one of my roommates.
What were the other ones?
Rent.
Oh, God.
I had to hear so much Rent.
Yeah, that could turn anyone off for life.
I remember it from when they made the movie. And so everybody was singing the numbers.
The numbers?
The numbers
Yeah.
song.
Gotta pay the rent if we wanna pay rent.
Is that one of the songs?
That is
Yeah.
one of the songs.
You've got to pay the rent if you want to pay rent.
That's the lyrics. Yeah.
I mean, that's
I thought
true.
they just go rent.
They actually do that. That's actually the lyrics.
I know.
Yeah, mine were made up.
I was the one playing the Rent soundtrack over and over again.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
You want to go, Jacob?
Listen, you can play it as much as you want, as long as it's not out loud in our shared house.
See, Jacob, they were playing it like a recording of
Yeah.
it. So they weren't singing it themselves.
Well, they would sing along to it,
Okay.
of course, but
Okay.
it was literally on repeat for like hours. Like the soundtrack would finish and then just start again.
Because like my experience has been the people will just sing it.
Yeah.
That was my experience.
And then
You
you're
just
like,
say
well,
my
I don't.
name, Nathan.
with the colors.
My problem is that David will just
The
sing
colors?
The colors song from the Joseph.
Oh yeah,
The color song from the Joseph.
because it was red and yellow and
Yeah,
purple and
there
black
was-
and orange and gold
yeah.
and lilac and mauve and cream and crimson and silver and rose and azure and leaded and russet and gray and purple and white and pink and orange and blue, right?
Yeah, that one. But
Freshman year of high school, we did that.
yeah, that was. But with the singing, it takes longer.
Yeah.
With the singing, it takes longer.
You were not a fan of hearing the colors of that dazzling coat of many
of
colors.
many colors.
You did not love that coat of many colors.
I didn't love it as much the fifth and sixth time that the people in my middle school would sing it.
And it's also like when people are singing it, they're singing it like it's
Like they can hear the good version in their head.
yes,
They
but
hear
they're
the
also
pit.
singing it like this should be making you happy. The listener.
Hey, I'm doing you a favor.
Because you're listening by proxy.
And I'm like, well, I don't know the song. So it just sounds to me like you're making a lot of noises at me.
See, I would sing show tunes in the correct way. I would wait until my entire family left the house and turn on movies and put the subtitles on and sing at the top of my lungs, then not sing it again until the following weekend when my entire family left the house. It was my secret shame.
Well, see, I like that. I love a secret shame.
I love people to
I
be
love
ashamed
when
of
you
the
keep that
things
to
that they
yourself.
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am, of course, saying all of this while at the same time knowing full well that I hum anime theme songs all the time out loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing that with Yvonne Genesis Evangelion.
Oh well, that
Yeah.
that song slaps. You can-
Yvonne Genesis. It's about a woman named Yvonne.
Oh, Karina, this is adorable.
This is so
taking
good.
so
These dead
long.
kids are so cute.
You had a lot on your plate, but you've made like something I'm very captivated by.
I would see this.
I would have drawn one kid and copy pasted it. And then
You're right. That would have been a good idea.
Just palette swap. Palette swap
just
the kid in
palette
the
swap.
ringer.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I love making my life complicated.
Each of these kids is such a different energy to them, but they're all dead.
This one's singing.
They all have that dead energy.
Yeah. they're
Are
all
we
dead.
dead?
I'll fix this.
I love this adorable
render.
like. So hey, here's the thing, you all died. Like
Yeah.
he's really awkward.
He was like, I could have stopped it, but
My
my
was
switch.
on the wrong thing.
I know you've probably heard this a million times.
Just
Like
doing
I would have
handwriting.
prevented your death if my switch had been different. This happens to everyone, right?
The musical.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Yeah, because how will people know?
Yeah.
that they'll be getting treated to
Might be
songs.
Ride the Cyclone, the cat. I give up.
You did great. This rules.
I love it.
Also, I feel like it's
Thank you.
You got me.
Is
bazinga.
there a poster for this one that I should look up?
This is the poster.
Okay.
There are posters, but they're all just like print in front. I don't know. They're all like done by the companies that are doing them.
okay.
So I don't think it's worth
Localizations. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited because you told me that Nathan has the hardest one, and this was already very time-consuming, it feels like. So, get in here.
I've got the hardest one to draw.
That's right, Nathan.
Lay it on me.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah.
Your musical is Flahooley.
Spell. Spell.
Yeah.
Can spell.
Can
Help.
spell?
Can spell for me.
F is in Frank. L is in Larry. A is in Adam. H is in Harry. O is in Oscar.
This is less helpful. I'm just saying the letters.
Did you choose Larry and Harry?
Flahooley.
Flahooley.
Okay.
right.
We're just gonna have that in the corner
Yeah.
for my reference, and I'll write it better maybe later.
Okay.
In
That's
the process.
young Sheldon's catchphrase.
It was before he got Bazinga. It does sound like something that Professor Frank would say.
So
Okay.
The,
Yeah.
the Flahooley is a doll.
Okay.
Okay, and this is a pretty wild ride that you go on with this doll.
Okay.
The creator of the doll somehow through I'm not going to get into the entirety of this plot. It's too much.
Mhm.
But I will say that the creator of the doll,
Describe the doll.
it's a laughing doll.
Okay.
And it's this 1951 show, so think of a child in the 50s might get this doll.
Laughing doll.
It's a doll that when you turn upside down, it laughs. Yes.
Was that a thing?
That was the thing in the show.
What lesson is that trying to teach?
I mean, in real life.
That if you turn people
You
upside
turn a
down.
baby upside down.
So it originally
They love that.
in the original version of the show, the doll accused you of being a communist, and then they cut that out.
So what does it do now?
I hate when that happens.
It just laughs.
It just laughs.
It just laughs.
So in the original, they turned it upside down, and the doll would say, "You're a communist."
Something like that. Yeah. So let me sort of go
Okay.
into the
Yeah,
show
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
a little
please
bit.
do.
So the creator of the doll gets his hands on a genie lamp and a genie, and he wishes for every child to have a Flahooley. Now, the genie does not understand and fully grasp the concept of capitalism, so proceeds to just give out the dolls without any money going to the company.
Okay.
And people get very mad about this because they feel it is undermining capitalism. So there's a mob that starts to call for the destruction of every Flahooley doll, which leads to the genie losing his power and strength and basically dying until one of the Flahooley dolls is rescued and put back together. And that brings the genie back to life, but he decides to, instead of being a genie, just become Santa Claus.
What the fuck?
That is a very truncated version of that plot.
How
So
could
it's
it
kind of like
possibly-
Aladdin.
So this is Aladdin. This is
Aladdin.
So this is Aladdin, the movie.
The only part of that even vaguely related to Aladdin is the word genie.
I think
Yeah.
I think if you put a genie in your story, you should be prepared for Aladdin comparisons.
For sure. This was well before Aladdin was a
Yeah.
thing. This was, just to give you some context, this was a 1951 show that somehow only ran for 40 performances.
Wow.
Yeah,
Does the music from it still like exist?
it does. I listened to it today.
How is it?
Does it
I
slap?
had a lot of fun.
Does it slap?
Does it slap? Yes, it slaps.
I'm loving the time going into this upside down doll.
Yeah, I could have, again, after I gave Karina a hard time for not just copy pasting, I could have drawn this right side up and then flipped it over.
Yeah,
It's very
you did,
noble of you.
Yeah, this is an artist's challenge.
Yeah, this was a challenge episode.
This is how
for
they
me.
make actual Broadway posters.
Okay, but
Upside down.
But Flahooley was destroyed, so they have to put Flahooley back together in order to save the genie. That's
Yes,
what you said.
to
Okay.
save future Santa Claus genie.
Okay.
They have
And
to
the
get
genie
all the king's
is-
horses and all the king's men.
Is Santa Claus?
Yes.
That's important.
The genie is Santa Claus.
The genie becomes Santa Claus.
And the doll thinks you're a communist. That's important too.
Work that in.
The doll thinks you're a communist.
This was a musical. The creative force behind this musical was Blacklisted, and this was his response to the blacklist. So this was all an allegory.
This is what a doll looks
Was
like,
he
right?
like pro-communist or anti-communist?
He was anti-mob mentality. I don't know if he was a communist or not, but you know the thing about the Red Scare was it wasn't really about communism.
Yeah, okay.
He was about destroying the American labor movement.
Yes, and racism and
Xenophobia.
anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism. Sure.
That's
Yeah.
fun stuff.
All of those things.
Yeah.
And the political ambitions of McCarthy.
Joseph McCarthy.
Joseph McCarthy.
Yes. This is a
Uh,
very special episode of Drawfee where we learn about the Red Scare.
It's being destroyed, so I imagine it's sort of like there's a fire behind it. Maybe there's some more, just sort of like
Is this like when
dolls
like
being tossed
people
in.
burned their Nikes to own the
Copy and
libs?
paste.
This is exactly like that when they destroyed their
Copy and paste
their
that.
Keurigs.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah. Everyone's destroying their Everyone's destroying their Flahoolies to own the libs.
Exactly.
Is what it is.
That's basically it.
But I guess in this case, they did not purchase the Flahoolies, so it doesn't even work in that sense.
They were worried it was going to destroy the toy industry, I think, because of all the children getting to have fun for free.
They're gonna want more toys eventually.
Yeah, have you
Flahooley-
met kids?
Yeah, they're gonna want more
They
toys
love
next
things.
week.
It's a flawed premise. It's a flawed premise.
I mean, I doubt this like laughing communist baby was such a good toy that all the kids were like, "I'm done. I'm
done.
set.
I'm done with toys.
I'm done with toys."
Shut it down. We solved toys.
What could be better than this?
As we all know, the Tickle Me Elmo was the last toy.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people loved the way Elmo laughed.
There haven't been a single one since.
Yeah.
Not a single toy.
We all have our copy of Tickle Me Elmo still.
Our copy.
Everyone has our copy of. I got a first edition copy of Tickle Me Elmo.
Signed by Elmo.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a genie in here.
Oh yeah, we got to have the Santa genie.
Very
Santa genie.
important.
So he is a Santa. So he should probably look like Santa already.
This could finally be the hot Santa role for Keanu Reeves to play,
Oh
as
yeah.
we established in a previous episode.
Let's
The
get
role
some,
of a lifetime.
get some sort of intercultural, because genies are traditionally from the
In this show, they're from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Good.
Because the Saudi Arabia delegation uses the genie to resupply their oil supplies in the show. This is in the show.
Wow.
This is not
And they
a
actually
fact.
so they bring the lamp to the toy company to fix the lamp because the lamp is broken, and that's how he gets his hands on the lamp and the genie.
God, this is a complicated show.
How much of this is singing?
Yeah, they do songs
Do they
about
do
this?
they say they
Yeah, what are
that
the
all happens
songs?
through the power of song? I love that.
Do they sing about burning the dolls?
They do.
Is this on Spotify?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
Can we get Flahooley charting on Spotify?
Let's do it.
Drawfee fans.
Hashtag. Let's make a hashtag. Drawfee for Flahooley.
Hashtag. That's the most confusing series of words.
Hashtag. Let's get Flahooley trending from Drawfee fans. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the hashtag.
Yeah, not enough hashtags end with thank you.
So I want to just shout out my friend Jennifer, who recommended this.
Jennifer.
Yeah, because I
Jennifer.
had no idea this existed.
Let's include
Why
Jennifer
would
in the
anyone
hashtag.
have any idea
Yeah.
this existed?
It should end with thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Thank you,
Jennifer.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Jennifer.
misspelled it.
Yeah, so now
It's
we got to
a
get.
frightening image.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a real avant-garde sort of.
Like the name is also falling apart,
Yeah.
like the doll.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also an allegory.
like capitalism.
Like capitalism.
Wow.
Or communism. I forget which one is the one where the doll doesn't like.
The doll doesn't like communism.
Yeah.
The doll does not like communism.
But kids love it
In the original version.
But kids, though.
because they get a free toy.
By the way, if I'm wrong about any of my facts, I'm sorry. I did my best. I'm sure I got something wrong at some point in this episode.
what's
That's
that-
the whole show, David.
What?
The whole show's being wrong.
Is it EY?
EY. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I did it in
A perfect,
I love
a perfect fit.
I love this.
one more.
Yeah, we definitely need one more. Now we're in business.
Yeah, now that's a Flahooley.
Missing part of his arm too, which is that works.
What?
Oh, I guess he's not. It just with that flip, one of his arms looks really short.
Shut up.
I'm just shitting on your drawing.
Hey, shut up.
You can't, but it's good though. Why would you?
It is good.
Why would
It
you
was
do
an
that?
accidental shit.
It's so good.
I didn't
Jacob
mean
can't
to
help
shit.
himself sometimes.
Pick up your poo.
It was it was art incontinence.
Pick it up.
I'll
Pick it up,
I'll
Jacob.
pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm sorry.
Musicals,
Theater.
theater, the arts. Is there a Flahooley poster I can look up?
There is.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the first time this has been Googled in a long time.
Oh, they kind of do the thing with the letters are a little weird. Oh, it's a girl.
Oh, she's like a cute girl doll, not a horrible Night of the Living puppet doll.
And the genie's also a girl?
Is Santa Claus a girl?
Santa Claus was a girl the whole time, and we were idiots
We were idiots.
for thinking otherwise.
Once again, the patriarchy.
I like
It's so not woke.
that I was
This is
kind
not
of
woke.
I was kind of close in that it is a bunch of the doll falling out of the sky.
Yes.
In
Sure.
both.
Yes.
Yes.
But you lack the American flag symbolism in the font.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
need to add more allegory when you color
Yeah.
this.
Color it with extra allegory, please.
I'm gonna make Julia color this. I'm gonna give her no context.
Make Julia color mine.
We'll make Julia color all of ours.
Yay!
Yay!
That's the Drawfee way.
Yeah, let's get Flahooley top trending on Spotify. David, thank you so much for coming on the episode. This was a real treat.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I made you draw such, in retrospect, very complicated things.
That's okay.
We forgive you. Instead of we're sorry. No, we're also sorry.
We're sorry.
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 Hey gang, if you like that video, then the best way to support Drawfee is to sign up for Dropout. It costs less than a tube of tennis balls a month, and you'll get Drawfee videos a week early. You'll also get to talk to us on the Discord, and you'll get access to exclusive series like D20 and Cartoon Hell. Sign up for your free trial to Dropout on dropout.tv. Won't cost you an arm and a leg nor your soul, though I did ask for that and they said no. So, whatever.